Hello, everyone. I'm Kate Chalinsky, Director of Member Engagement and Communications at the American Fraternal Alliance. And today I'm joined by Andrew Edelsberg, Senior Vice President of Business Development with the Life Solutions team at Gallagher Re. And we're here today because Gallagher Re is one of the Alliance's gold sponsors for the Executive Summit and Annual Business Meeting happening September 16th through the 18th in Washington, D.C. And we wanted to connect today to talk a little bit about some interesting ways to spend some free time that our executives might have while they're in DC. That sound good to you, Andrew?
It sounds great. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. So I've got four hard-hitting questions for you about DC. We just want to hear your recommendations and what you got planned for us. So first up, for our foodies in the group, what is your best DC restaurant recommendation?
So I'll just start out by saying I'm not a DC expert, but I'm fortunate enough that my wife's family lives in Potomac. Her cousins live in Potomac, and both of my daughters went to school in the Washington D.C. metro area. So they help me a lot with these recommendations. But we've been to some of these restaurants together. So I will tell you, the first restaurant is called Head's Bulletin, and it's in the Capitol Hill area. And we went there for brunch, but they're also open for lunch and dinner. And the second restaurant I will tell you is Founding Farmers, and that restaurant we all went to when my daughter was at GW, and that was a really great restaurant. And that one is in Foggy Bottom, which is west of the White House. Then there's another restaurant that I've been to that's east of the White House called Old Ebbitt Grill. And that one I especially like as well. And I usually go there once a year when I'm down for the ACLI. And then there are two other restaurants that my daughters recommend that I haven't been to. One is called Founding Farmers Fishers and Bakers. That's related to the other founding farmers, but this one is in Georgetown. And then the last one is called Les Diplomats, and I believe it's a French restaurant, and it is in near Logan Circle. So there are five choices that of places to eat that you will enjoy.
That's awesome. Thank you, Andrew. And definitely making me hungry thinking about brunch or lunch or dinner or whatever meal we might have while we're in DC. How about favorite DC monument or museum or historical place that you think people should check out?
Well, I recall visiting my daughters at school and going to the mall at night. And when I mean the mall, I don't mean a building. I mean the Washington Mall, which is where the monuments are, that just that area. Walking there at night is a really cool thing to do. And I would say it's relatively safe. I probably wouldn't go alone, but I would go with a group and just walk around there. That's definitely worthwhile. Specifically, when it comes to monuments, I like the Jefferson Memorial at the Tidal Basin. That is the place where you would go during the spring to see the cherry blossoms. That's the most popular place. Of course, we won't be there during spring, but if you go back, I would definitely during the spring. I definitely go there. And then I like the World War II Memorial as well, which is also in that area near the mall. And then as far as museums, I've been to some of the Smithsonian museums. One that I haven't been to that is on my list is the Spy Museum. I've been told it's very popular, and my kids said you definitely want to recommend it, even though we haven't been there because so many people say it's awesome. And then the last place I would say, if you have a little more time, it's about 5 miles outside the city. It's called Washington National Cathedral, and my daughter specifically recommended that. It's north of Georgetown and the Naval Observatory. If you have some time, that's a place to consider.
I love those recommendations and I agree with all of them, especially the Spy Museum. I've been to that one and it
Okay.
is wonderful. And if you've ever had dreams of being a secret agent, like you can just fulfill them while you walk through there and feel like you're, an undercover spy.
Yeah, it's definitely on my list, and I can't believe I still haven't gotten there, even though my kids were at school there 6 years, overlapping.
That's okay. There's lots to do in DC.
There is. definitely a lot of things to do.
Any hidden gems or must-do items you'd recommend for our executives?
So one of the things when I travel, and I've traveled over the last several years, if people that know me know that I'm a big sports fan, so I will always see if the local teams are in town and try to get to a game. So we're there Monday through Wednesday, the 16th to the 18th, and unfortunately, the teams are not in town that week. But if you get there on Sunday, the 15th, you could either see the Nationals play the Marlins, or you can head over to Landover, Maryland, FedEx Field, and try to get tickets to see the Washington Commanders, and they're going to be playing the Giants.
Ooh,
So there's a couple of opportunities if you are flying in on Sunday um, morning or Saturday night, and you getting a head start on the meetings.
that's awesome. You are planning ahead for us. I appreciate that. And last
Yeah.
but not least, how about what's one thing you're looking forward to at the Executive Summit this year?
Well, I always look forward to seeing everybody because I am very passionate about helping life insurance companies and helping the fraternal sector accomplish their objectives, which is obviously to do what's best in the best interest of the members and the policyholders. So in any way I can help over the years, I've been rating agency person, a consultant, and now I'm a reinsurance broker. So I'm really looking just forward to the relationships that I've had, talking to my colleagues and finding ways that I can help them accomplish the objectives that they want to accomplish.
That's awesome, Andrew. We appreciate you and Gallagher Re and all of our sponsors for the Executive Summit, and we appreciate those wonderful recommendations. And we hope to see all of our society CEOs at Executive Summit September 16th through the 18th at the Royal Sonesta, Capitol Hill. If you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you go to the Alliance website and register. The hotel room block does close August 16th. And Andrew, I look forward to seeing you in DC along with everyone else.
Same here. Thanks for having me again, Kate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew.
All right, see you all in DC.